There are situations in life where you will have to give your contact to many people in a short span of time. Whether this be a career fair, business event, or you're just meeting someone new, it can become a hassle to have to type in all of this information over and over again. We created QR Contact to fix this issue. Now you only have to input your contact once, and it becomes so much easier to share with everyone. To show you how the app works, Diego is going to give us a quick demo.
The first thing that you need to know is that a lot of the information that I'm going to be talking about is available in the help section on the right side of the bottom navigation bar. So, first off, let's start by making a QR code. The first thing you need to do is put in your information. Let's put John Doe for the first name and last name. Okay, for the email, let's put in johndoe@gmail.com. And then for the phone number, let's put 123-456-7890. Okay, the next field is a profile name. In this case, we'll put personal. What this feature allows you to do is save different profiles for, say, you're at a work function or you're at a personal function. You'll want two different contacts probably. Say you have a work phone versus a personal phone, or work email versus like a school email. Okay, so the next thing you would do is hit generate code. Now let's show you how it looks when you scan it. Okay, so to scan a contact, the first thing that you're going to want to do is click scan in the bottom left corner of the navigation bar. Then what you're going to do is focus your camera on the QR code of another person who has the app. Then it'll ask you, do you want to add? And then in this case, John Doe to your contacts. Let's click yes. And now we can navigate to our contacts. As you can see, under recently added, we see John Doe with the phone number and the email that we put in. The way QR Contact works is by encoding a digital contact in the form of a VCF file to a QR code. Let's break this down part by part. First, I'll explain how VCF files work. So a VCF file, or vCard, is really just a fancy way of formatting a string. You use tags to tell the system how to interpret the data held in the file. As you can see, it always starts with begin and it ends with end. And then in between those two tags is where you find all of the data. Here you can store things like your email, your phone number, full names, addresses, and use metadata in the form of like work tags for this telephone number to tell the system more about the data you're presenting it with. What's really cool about vCards is that you can put as much information or as little information as you want. As you can see in this specific example, we don't have an address or a contact picture. This makes it really flexible, and it was the perfect file format for us to use in our app. So now I'm going to explain how QR codes work. I'm going to keep this pretty short because a lot of people have used QR codes before. So the way that it works is by taking an arrangement of small black squares to encode a specific string. What a lot of people use these for is for URLs or like links to different web images. What we're using it for is to encode the vCard that I explained about previously. It really works perfect in this scenario because the vCard can all be condensed down to one string, and then we just upload it to our API and it makes the QR code for us.
So now just a little more information about the process of making our app. We split up this project by its two main functions. I worked on the scan function and Diego worked on the make function. Even though we both did a majority of the work on our individual functions, we utilized partner programming and were able to help each other point out mistakes in each other's code by doing so. Whenever we found ourselves stuck, we turned to the internet to try to find solutions. The hardest part of our project was getting the vCard properly encoded into the QR code. The library we were using to store vCards wasn't fully compatible with the QR code API, so we had to manually parse the vCards and format them to pass into the QR code API. This took a few days to figure out, but it was an amazing feeling when we finally figured it out. Due to time, we did not get to go as far as we would like with this app. However, in the future, we would like to add more fields to the contacts, such as addresses, contact photos, and more. We also really wanted to make a loading screen with the QR Contact logo. Overall, we are really happy with how our app turned out and have had a really fun time working on it.
Finally, if you have any questions or want to take a look at our source code, you can go to github.com/EmilyVera/QR Contact to learn more.